person owns Lagos. Nobody can own that. Why?
The person is listening to you.
Yes.
He's listening to
one
you.
person does not own Lagos.
Okay.
Lagos is owned by the originators, the indigenous.
Okay, fine.
The Awori tribe, the Yorubas. One person cannot own Lagos State.
Esther, leave that thing. You are just talking. You are just talking. By the time they will call you now to come and tell her, why would you say stop me? Me that is answering the call. Who told you?
Who told you what?
Who told you? Why would you say that? Who told you that somebody does not own here? Is it your father's land?
One person.
By the time they will call you now, I hope you will be able to. So what I'm saying is that
let's clear that narrative. One person does not own Lagos State. Simple. The indigenes of the state own the state.
Until the narrative will change, Esther, that impression is in the mind of everybody in this Lagos. Take it or leave it. That narrative, somebody that is so powerful that can forgive a sin, they can forgive the sin of a governor, and you are still talking, Esther. You not here when you told somebody that your sins are forgiven? Esther, what is all this thing that you're telling me this evening?
Jesus Christ also told us to forgive those who have hurt us. He's not emulating the spirit and meekness of Jesus Christ.
He said what? That is if you're a Christian. No?
You can have some emulations of Christendom even if you're not a Christian.
You only forgive a sinner if he has sinned. But how do you forgive somebody who did not even commit any sin? Just because you wanted to do things the proper way. And how do you
know the person was doing things and wanted to do things the proper way?
You don't know the history. You don't know the story. Are you serious?
What the first state government is telling us, they're telling us that those roads, those buildings are obstructing channels for water to pass through, is causing congestion and literally disorganizing the urban planning of Lagos State.
It's a lie. If it is that one, it's a lie. Esther, I said it is a lie. Magodo GRA. Everybody knows this story. I've said that story here. That place was originally taken from landowners because the military government then wanted to use it for general hospital.
Okay.
But because they did not do anything there before the military left and all that, somebody now entered there and started building his estate. Are you getting what I'm saying? Many years after, the owners of that land, they now woke up and said, come on, this is our land. And they told us they want to do general hospital there for public good. And that was why we even released the land. Now, a private person has gone there to erect a building, some estate. They went to court.
Okay.
The court will say they should go and take their land. Esther, that land, even if you go there now, you can see that they have distorted that particular place. Even the wet land over there, they even feed it and built on it. The wildlife there was even entering into people's home. And listen to the landowners the day they came to one of the radio stations on 2 occasions to tell their story. So that land was taken by force by somebody. So the day they were to go and take over the land, because the court said they could not take their land, and they mobilized bulldozers and everything to go there in the dead of the night. The governor of Lagos State and the CP of Lagos State, they went there to stop them in the dead of the night. And I'm asking, what interest does the Lagos State governor have in that land? Since he's not the owner, the court have ruled. They went there to stop them. Meanwhile, the way the private owner constructed that is causing flood. Esther, it's causing flood, obstructing free flow of water in that area. It's on record. Most of the flood that they're experiencing through that K2 or not is from because of what they did in that area. And somebody did it, Esther.
But trade fair, is trade fair under Ojo or Amodofi?
Hold on, I'm coming. Now, when you are talking of the one in that trade fair, if the federal government is interested, they are the one who should even institute such a thing. Okay. You cannot on your own as a state government go and take over a federal government land without any discussion with them. It's not done. The whole of Abeson, Aboru, all those areas, they wanted to relocate the Dodam barrack to that place before the military left to Abuja and all that. So that the whole of that is a federal government acquisition.
I was asking Mr. Dele.
So if you want to acquire your CFO, it will be from the federal government.
No, I was asking Mr. Dele Fanimo because if you have seen some of the structures, some were still under construction, some have been completed. Now you know how it is in Lagos State. There's not how you're building in a place that is visible, that has a lot of traffic, people are moving around it, everyone can see that you're building. That the state government will not visit, intermittently. They usually visit. In fact, they visit, they check your particulars, they check your documents. You have your money there. The boys who think they all come around. So my issue, Barrister, wait. My question is, they see this process ongoing, and they know that this particular building is not on a proper, is not being set up in a proper way or in a proper route. Why don't you tell them to stop it or possibly come and demolish before the building has been completed?
Ignorance is not an excuse in law anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Barrister Dality. Anyways, I just want you to take your time, listen to Barrister Dality on this video. This problem, what is going on in Lagos State, the flood, submerged, everything, the demolitions have started taking place, everything going on in Lagos State. And a lot of issues like that. And anyways, before I even say what I'm going to say, I just want you to take your time, listen to this video first, then we'll come back and talk about it. Do you understand? So, please do me a favor, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be your guy runner for me. If today is your first time coming across this video, this channel, just subscribe so that you get to see updates like this next time. This is where you get to see this is the only channel where you see this kind of analysis. Somebody, when, in fact, I don't need to tell you, just watch the video to the end. At the end of the video, you will understand what I'm saying. Then we'll come back and talk about it. You see what is going on, the politics that is playing in Lagos State. Let's go and come back.
If you do not do your due diligence, how is that my problem? How is that my problem? I'm only concerned with what they are telling me now. That is obstructing a free flow of whatever. So this other flood that ravage Lekki people, whenever, is because of the land they build there. It's because of the property they build there. No, look at it now. And then whenever you want to do something with sincerity, let us know. Don't just deceive us. These other places that the flood is ravaging the whole of Lagos, is it because of the property they build in Lekki? Tell me. And you know those who have acquired more land in Lekki than the owners of the land. So what happened to their property? The man who is demolishing property, he cannot demolish those ones, Abi? Knowing fully well that those properties were built on the wrong places in Lekki. Esther, those properties in Lekki were built on the wrong places. But because of the owner, the personality of the people, nobody will talk about it. That's why when small rain drop, Lekki will be flooded. Esther.
Well, according to them, they say the government will no longer fold their arms while unapproved development.
Leave that thing. Leave that thing. Leave that. They are talking. I told you that they are not sincere. I just gave you 2 examples here now. I gave you 2 examples now. Maybe because of the people in Abuja now who represent the federal government, nobody will say anything. If not, those people should go and make further inquiry and let us know what interest does Lagos State have over that land, because it's a federal government project.
What if they have approval from the federal government?
Approval to
do want to do something with the land.
They want to do something in the federal government land, Abi. The whole of paper for that was acquired under the federal ministry, not the state ministry. That's what I'm telling you here.
All right. If you're listening to us right now, I would implore you to please, if you walk along that axis, if you have a building, you have a shop there, please call. We've been able to reach 2 people whose buildings were affected. Like, they were the ones who actually built, the complex that was demolished. Unfortunately, there were 2. They're not in a state where they can coordinate themselves. They're worried. They need to see how they can relocate some of their goods out of that axis and settle down. So possibly tomorrow being Friday or next week, we'll be bringing them in. Some of them have said they will go to court. Unfortunately, though, millions of naira has been invested, and you know how the court is. They take their time with things like this, and we don't know if they'll be compensated for what actually happened. More than 150 million naira for those who built some of those shops. We don't know if it is even the government of the day that actually built and leased those shops that people now rented. It's a lot actually to think of, and the complicity of the state government, or is it the fact that those who leased and those who built did not do proper research, they didn't find out, they were gullible or ignorant, and maybe because they felt it was a choice area, they just acquired the property or bought the shop for rent or something. But we need to understand exactly what this means. So
except the Lagos State government start punishing their officers.
That is the question I asked.
Yes, except they start punishing their officers who sell land to people, knowing fully well that it is wrong for them to do that. They should call them. If the commissioner who sold those lands to those people have retired, they should go and fetch him. Because he knew better.
All right.
So that land, I am thinking that being a federal government project, they must have left that land for expansion purposes. Are you getting me?
Okay.
They must have left it because the federal government left Lagos to Abuja.
Okay, let's take a listen to this. Somebody sent a voice note saying that he also has a building there or something, and that a couple of them are usually very greedy and they build on the drainage, and that's why it was demolished. Let's just quickly listen to this so we can have context.
Or not, 2 wrongs does not make a right.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? They must have been informed and all that. I'm sure there is communication gap. The one they did with the P2B property in a GRA. Is anybody talking about it now?
Okay.
No, is anybody talking about that now? Let us not prove that yes, because of one person heard, therefore everybody must have heard. No, let us go to who sold the land, who bought it. You cannot just go there and start building on your own. No, you bought it from somebody, you acquired it from somebody. Is that not true?
True.
So who is that person?
All right,
you should know better.
Hello, Chima, how are you?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Chima, welcome. Thank you.
Hello.
So you were the one who sent the voice note. I can hear you very well. Please, Chima, explain what exactly happened.
I'm interested. Let me explain to you what is happening.
Okay.
All those places, our Igbo brothers know. Hama, we to have feel that Diego, they have money. That's why they want at the back and build. They will go and overpay, even though they will collect from their brothers to buy proper money. They build them. Madam Esther, I'm on Igbo. We are not helping ourselves. We never see anything. I don't be alive and demolish this place. I'm not talking about drainage. And here we are now. Abia Plaza. I don't build. Every place down on something there. They went and built closer to the drainage. And I would have a big one. So people go tell them that 200 million. And normally I have 50 million, 20 million to build there. Wow. I don't want to listen. I'm only we are very good. We never see anything. If you don't stop this our character, we are going to have a big problem in Lagos. Yeah, I don't have much to say.
All right, Chima, thank you very much. Okay.
Now, based on what he's saying now, are you getting what I'm saying? Yes, I know that people can act out of ignorance. But
ignorance.
Yes.
Did you hear how Chima described what happened?
No, you are assuming because you know.
I'm assuming.
Yes, I mean the man that spoke.
Chima is assuming.
He's assuming because he spoke. You never know the other details behind it. What if this thing was acquired
Chima is there.
Hold on. He's there when there's demolition. The other thing that happened behind closed doors, you know.
Did you just hear what he explained?
What he said. Look, Esther, somebody sold the land to these people. What was the person's intention by deceiving them? It may be a commission or a government official.
Okay.
There are two wrongs. I mean, what do you call it? It takes two to tango. Somebody sold them and he sold that land to them. And they believe that being a government official, he must be telling them the truth.
But you know what Chima said, that some of them have money. Despite the fact that they may know this, they will pay double it.
Leave all those things. Those things are not the issue here.
Those things are not the issue.
No, they are not. They are not. The issue is who started the selling of the land to these people. You extorted money from them because you felt that they have money. Let me take my own. How can you be exonerated from what is going on now? The Lagos State government should go deeper. Find out, collect their receipt. They will see the signatures of those who sold that land to them. Call them. So it is not the only time this thing will stop. That's the truth. Because Esther, if you are dealing with a government official in Lagos, maybe a commissioner, will you be afraid? Esther, will you be afraid?
No.
You get to
you have confidence.
Good. You get to his office. You see everything. You know that yes, I'm talking with the government. So why will you be afraid? Then after the man has collected money from people and he now left, you now bounce on those who bought innocently. Thank God they said they bought it. They didn't steal it. They bought it.
No, they didn't steal it.
So good. So who's collected the money? Who collected the money? On a government acquired land. Like I told you now, this is a federal government land. Why would people be selling it in Lagos State? At the back of the federal government. Why? Look at what it said, Abia Plaza. If you go to traffic, all the states in Nigeria, to tell you the federal government project, they have plazas. Some states sold their own because they couldn't continue with business or something. Are you getting what I'm saying? Even some other people that are more active, they used to carry their wealth to other people's plaza, like Taraba, all these people that are not good in business. They have outsourced their own plazas to Igbo people. So how can you now come and blame them? That's what I'm saying. Lagos State cannot continue to pretend as if they don't know what the officials are doing. They will deliberately collect money from people, knowing fully well that tomorrow something will happen. Why? Esther, why? The people that collected that thing now, they are not innocent, Abi. Then the people that gave you that you paid and gave you money, they are now foolish people. Meanwhile, it is government officials in Lagos State. Let them deny it. Thank God the man that said they paid, but who did they pay the money to? That person didn't know that he have no locus over that land. Can you give what you don't have? Let the Lagos State government trace who sold that land. Let them bring their receipts. Let them trace who sold that land to them. They will not punish that person so that they will stop trading with Igbo traders and all that. Whenever they want to buy land, say, come, there's land. Yeah. Even the one that happened here in Nigeria State. Is it not someone that sold it to them? Telling them that no, the airport, the fan is no longer interested in this land. They have left it, this and that. Am I not a government official? Don't you know me? Will I tell you lies? Esther, these are the things they tell them. And when you go to airport and see the man in a very big office, will you be doubting again? You will pay money. After building, you collect the money and put in his pocket. Meanwhile, he knows the truth, and you are telling me that such a person should not be punished. Even Omonile. The Lagos State government, don't they know what Omoniles are doing? Don't they know? No, don't they know what Omoniles are doing in Lagos State? Have they called them to order? Please. I wanted somebody to tell me that they went there to build on their own without anybody giving them land and all that. But he said that they paid for it, 200 million, 100 million. Who collected that money? Esther, who collected it? You are sure, you know that this land does not belong to you and you are selling it. On what basis? On what basis, for God's sake? On what basis? You cannot continue to blame them, say they didn't do this, they did it. But somebody collected. If that person did not, will they buy? You mean any Igbo man can just wake up and see anybody walking on the road, say, come and buy land, they will follow the person? No. Okay. Go and trace it. It came from government officials. They are the one that sold that place, collected money.
So those Omonile could be government officials?
Of course, they are working with them. Why do you think they are untouchable? Why do you think they are untouchable, Esther? What are you telling me? Why do you think they are untouchable? And Lagos State government is not doing anything about it. The same thing with Saberos. The same thing. Do you know the hard work these people have caused in Lagos State?
Are we saying that there are no federal government structures that are built on waterways? If it was a federal government structure that was built on a waterway, would that be demolished?
Esther, if you build in the wrong places, as long as you acquired it properly, the government has to step in.
Okay.
But while stepping in, there should be compensation. That's the truth.
Okay.
Even if you go to court, the court cannot say just throw you out of your property. Where as long as it's government.
If you want to acquire any property in Lagos, any land, please do what you call proper verification. It's not just for today. It could be next year. It could be next 10 or 15 years. You can never tell. Do proper verification. Do proper marking. That where you want to acquire land is government approved. Is not a federal government land or a state government land that you know at some point they want to use it. Make your verifications, because a lot of persons have attached ethnic coloration to this whole thing. They have attached ethnic coloration to it, and that's why we try to do proper logical conversations here. So people don't just have some undertones don't become facts. That's the truth. Some undertones will become fact. When I had this conversation with Mr. Daily Fanimo, I was really not happy about this development. I was wondering, why is it that when buildings are being built and the state government sees these buildings, they come, they inspect it from as a building is ongoing, they come around, especially if it's in a very choice area or a very busy area, they come, they check it out. So, and then there are persons who give licenses, there are persons who approve, certain persons building on such spaces. So how come all of a sudden the same government wants to demolish properties in that place, and they will bring their documentation? So it felt like there was something personal, or is it that the government were not aware, or is it not government in continuum? Who issued, who approved, who signed, and all that? So if money exchange hands through the back channel, would you now blame the person who bought the land? Why would the person have to suffer for the incompetency of an agency that was meant to say, no, you cannot build here, regardless of how much money you give me, you just can't. We can refer you to another location. Okay, so that was my issue, and thank all of you for actually helping to clarify.
Even
business owners who have buildings as well, who have the money, please, the fact that you have the money does not mean you should do things illegal. If even your state, your home state, will not allow you doing anything illegal. That's just the honest truth. So let's try to be fair in our dealings, in what we do, so we don't start attaching unnecessary whatever to it. It's very, very important.
Esther,
sir,
I gave you a typical example. The houses in Lekki that we are building up here that's causing flood. Okay. Why have they not demolished them? Esther, Lekki that's supposed to be a highbrow area. Don't you see what happened here when one small rain drop like this?
Exactly.
So why are they not going to clear the whole of that area?
And Barrister, the people who actually give all these licenses, they should be prosecuted.
They will not touch them.
They should touch them.
They
It's
should
not
not.
funny.
They will
should
not.
be prosecuted.
That's what I'm telling you here. They will not. I just gave you good example that is verifiable. Magodo, go and see even the road. The road. If you have these wide body cars coming, they can't pass through that. Especially that's a CMB whatever. When you want to enter the adjoining streets, the roads are very small, very, very small. Meanwhile, those estates they are not supposed to be there. And the private person owns that place, something that was acquired by government for public use. These are facts. Let them tell me I'm lying. Why can't they go and clear it and say, no, this is not supposed to be here? The flood that happens here, nobody has talked about it and what is causing it, Esther. You can imagine. I wish you can bring somebody, the landlords, the owners of that, they will come here. I'm not joking. I will tell those people that came on radio station and lamented their ordeal. They will come here. They will come here. They will tell you what they are suffering over there. Because of what? Flood. It was a place marked out for a different project. Somebody went to San Philip. When they were doing that, monkeys and all these rodents, they were entering into people's houses. They were entering into people's houses. And tomorrow, flood is still ravaging the whole of that houses. Nobody have gone to clear any land, any building there. Nobody. The one in Lekki, they are not telling you that all the houses in Lekki are defective. Who built them? Esther, who built them? No, nobody will talk about that. Is Igbo people that agree that they bought all the land in Lekki Abi? Is Igbo people that are greediness? Please talk another thing, Jerry.
All right, Barrister Darlington, I'm sure you've heard the story about the president asking INEC chair Mahmoud Yakubu to proceed on leave. According to certain sources, they're saying that it's based on Yakubu's last-minute betrayal of the APC's administration that appointed him, and that Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma reportedly met with the president shortly after the president returned from a 12-day working vacation, alleging that Mahmoud's efforts to register new political parties at the end of his tenure had disrupted Tinubu's preparation for his second term. So, in other words, that there were some political parties that Mahmoud approved that he ought not to approve, and that could also mutilate the effort of the president's administration for second term. And we know that about 100 and something new political parties have been registered right now that were, that necessitated the registration from INEC. The ADC is one of them. ADA is one of them. The governor also claimed that Mahmoud was covertly backing a candidate in the Imo State governorship election, and following the briefing that the president reportedly requested that Mahmoud suspend all official duties and proceed on terminal leave. However, that Mahmoud will be responsible for having to be in charge of the upcoming Anambra State governorship election, and he's due to actually exit by November 2025. There were talks that there could be an extension, but what we're hearing, there's actually no extension. But do you think this story is true? Because Mahmoud actually said that we should go check at the 1999 constitution on that. I want to actually read out Mahmoud's response to that particular reaction or statement. He said, check the constitution first. INEC is urging Nigerians amidst the alleged declaration from the presidency for him to proceed on leave. So let me take that out. For example, he's actually disclosing that since his appointment in 2015, he's been in charge, and that he's meant to actually be done by November this year. But based on Mahmoud Yakubu's response, he says that Nigerians should go to the 1999 constitution. The chief press secretary, Rotimi Oyekomi, urged Nigerians to consult the...
Who ride on the back of a tiger? Always end up in the belly of the tiger. I pray that they should push Yakubu more. They should push him to the wall. Let him spill out. Yes. Are you telling me? I have always told you here that Esther, evil does not last forever. It can never be. I pray that they will push him and push him. Maybe he will now open up
to what?
and tell us what he was forced to do in 2023.
Forced to do? Do you think if he was forced to do anything,
oh my God,
this story we're hearing that they're asking him to proceed on leave would happen, would take place?
Leave that thing. You didn't hear the offense he committed, that he registered more political parties.
Is it not right by registering political parties? Is that not within his jurisdiction to do?
Exactly. Apparently, he never wanted both ADC and ADA to come to light.
ADC is an existing party anyway.
So they never wanted
ADA and other political parties.
Good. They never wanted them to come to light. And that is why they had to trouble them that long. So Yakubu, maybe the man is trying to reinvent himself, and now they have seen him as a sinner. They've seen him as a sinner. You can imagine. He want to be in the good book of his paymasters, telling us what the man did or did not do. Why would Yakubu be fronting for somebody in Imo State? For what use? He's not contesting election. The man I don't think he have enough money to even bribe him and all that. So why would anybody throw up such a lie against Yakubu? If not that they are looking for their own person to come in. That's the only thing now. I don't believe all this yarn they are throwing about Yakubu after what he did for them. Esther, look at these people. I wish they would push this man harder so that you cannot open up.
Don't you think that if he opens up to whatever it is you want him to say, that he'll be implicating himself?
In what way?
He would implicate himself because ideally you're not meant to accept any form of bribe or anything.
He's not bribe.
Because you literally deny the people of their rights and deny them of whatever decision that they wanted.
If you were blackmailed or intimidated or threatened,
blackmailed, intimidated, you simply resign. You don't have to be there.
Listen, or threatened, Esther.
Barrister Darlington, you can resign.
When it has to do your life or the other.
How, Barrister Darlington? Somebody comes to meet you to say, I want you to do this, and you say, honorably, let me resign.
Did you see when this announcement was made, when this result was released, in the dead of the night, when everybody was sleeping? Do you know what happened within that period? Look, let us be fair. Do you think Yakubu did those things with clear eye? Do you think so? No, tell me. Now that the real result is coming out from even APC members, what are you going to say?
Darlington, you said, do I think Mahmoud Yakubu did that thing with clear eye? What thing with clear eye?
Well, you have not seen where principalities and powers are working. You have not seen it. Pray you don't, too, seriously.
Okay, I understand how it works actually. When they're having their nocturnal meetings and make decisions.
Pray when human beings will turn to something you cannot even identify, and they'll be telling you, wonder, where are you speaking from, my lord? What about hearing this voice? Where's that, please? Oh my God. You're laughing at it.
Kanayo.
You think that Hollywood is a joke?
He's not Kanayo. So
and what I'm talking, your head will expand. Your head will expand. So you want to lose your sanity, Abby? Do that thing I told you. Who are you?
So you think that is what it is? Oh God, this man.
It was after announcing it. He says he will not come back. What will you not say? So you don't know, Abby. You don't know.
Barrister.
You think this is an ordinary ayah? Don't worry until you get into their coven.
Barrister, the truth is this: does the president have any right to unilaterally, arbitrarily?
He doesn't. Let the man. He doesn't. Yes, he doesn't. Let him go to court if you have the boss.
So it means that information cannot be true. That the president is compelling him to go and leave.
No. Look, Esther, have they not violated your constitution before? Esther, look at what they did in River State now. I said the constitution matter here. They don't, when they want to carry out some of this, they don't look at the constitution and what it says. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. So don't say the constitution. It doesn't matter. They don't look at it. They don't do what they want. That's the truth.
All right, Barrister Darlington. So something happened today, and let me let you know exactly what happened. Atiku Abubakar, all right, El Rufai, Issa Pantami, and some others, they held an ADC stakeholders meeting in Abuja, but Peter Obi was absent. Lately, we've not been seeing Peter Obi like that along with them. Okay, so they had a meeting alongside Nasir El Rufai, the former Kaduna State governor, and Atiku described the meeting as a gathering of Nigerians committed to challenging the oligarchs who promote poverty and insecurity. So the question that arose in the minds of a lot of Nigerians when this information came on board was, who are the oligarchs? Are you not one of the oligarchs? What do you mean by saying that oligarchs who promote poverty and insecurity? For example, Malami was a former Attorney General of the Federation. He was one of the persons who spearheaded the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu. He was one of the persons who stored any form of political resolution to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu remains in DSS custody despite all the pleas before Buhari's tenure expired. So how come Malami is now part of this ADC that intends to supposedly uproot a system that he was once part of? That's not the only thing. He is actually been accused of illegally taking fraudulently monies and a couple of other dealings too that he was illegally part of. That was corruption in its own part. So the question is, how does corruption intend to fight corruption? Whatever it is you're accusing the government of the day is exactly what you are. So what do you have that is different that you expect Nigerians to believe you of? Others now feel that Peter Obi should not even have been part of this coalition at all, that these persons do not have a good track record, that you want to differentiate yourself from others, but you are trying to be in connivance of the very same system that you are condemning and campaigning against. So recently we've not really been seeing bringing him along with them. Is it possible that this could be a sign that maybe the coalition talk is just coalition talk floating, but not really in tandem? Because they had meetings and he was not part of it, and the key stakeholders were actually part of the meeting in Abuja. What's your take on that?
Let me say this, and I'm being sincere here.
Okay.
There is no sense under the sun. God, who said, all have sinned and come short of his glory, and nobody can doubt him. Nobody. If you're expecting to work with sense on this earth, especially when it's work to governance, that means you are not started. It's not possible. It can never happen.
Barrister Darlington.
Yes.
Barrister Darlington.
Yes.
Barrister Darlington.
Yes.
I called you 3 times.
Yes, I answered you 3 times.
You always call me Esther.
I've answered you 3 times.
Are you the one saying this?
Why? You didn't hear what I said. I said you cannot. Have I ever changed my mind? I said there's no sense under the sun. That if you're expecting to work with a sense in this earth, it can never happen. Have I changed my mind before? No. Is there any time I told you that you must look for sense to work with it? No, tell me. Is there any time I told you that, Esther? I know these things now, so you cannot deceive me. It's the level of guilt and the level of falsehood in you that matters. There are people that go to the extreme, to be fraudulent, to be dubious. But there are people with conscience. You know, the test for humanity is still in them. They will not go to the extreme in turning bad. But there is element of this thing in everybody. I mean, badness, if there's any word like that. Nobody is a saint under the sun, Esther. That is a fact. Nobody is a saint. So I don't know, some politicians should be wary and look at the picture properly. That's what I'm saying. Some politicians, you can never see any saint to work with. It can never happen. It can never happen. Let nobody be deceived here. You can never see any saint to work with. It is the level that matters. Esther, is that not true? It's the level that matters. For example, if you see a murderer and maybe somebody who just fights, who would you want to deal with? You can say, this man who fights every time, maybe I can tame him. But a murderer, he doesn't take any prisoner. If you offend him, he crushes you. If you offend him, you disappears. Can't you see the difference here? There are people that can tolerate political opponents, Esther. Is that not true?
True.
But there are people who cannot. The moment you rear your head to challenge him, the following day, something will happen. And they said they are looking for somebody. Since 3 days ago, he went out, he didn't come back. And the police will be looking for the person till 20 years or so. Why did Funshaw William disappear? Why did Ebola disappear? Was it a business arrangement that took them away? So what I'm telling you is a fact.
Is a fact.
It's a fact.
It just doesn't at this point in time make sense that darkness wants to fight darkness, and you think that you'll be the only light that will sanitize the darkness.
Hold on.
Remember that Malami was just off this previous administration, barely 2 years, and you're calling the system oligarchs promoting poverty. I just need to we need to put context to all of this.
Before that, Malam, you said something about somebody who didn't come for a meeting.
Yes.
Good. He stayed away.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling you here.
He's not the only one though. Amechi too wasn't there.
Good. I'm telling you now. Even you see. All these people, mention any of them that didn't become what they are today on their own without government patronage or without government, money or something. Mention. No, all of them. Malami, you mentioned here. You know what happened? You know what? $2.4 billion. Any MPC said it. Not that somebody is carrying out rumor. Any MPC said that this money is in their hand with the Minister of Finance and that woman. 2 of them. Immediately, Buhari came and they ran away from this administration came in. They ran away. They disappeared. Now they have become good, but they have come back again. Esther, you can see now. I said, mention one of them who didn't cross the path of federal government money or state money. Just cross. I didn't say that they took it to. They passed where the money is, and while they were going, their leg were kicking some of the money towards their home until the money entered their home. And then they now use it to grow politically, to champion their political cause and all that. Esther, can you even want to contest for a local council without spending money somewhere?
And you must spend, though. You must spend.
So where did the money come from?
In fact, as you enter the party, then go tell you, say, this is how much, this is who you have to meet, this is what you have to buy, this is what you have to do.
Oh my God.
No, I can't do politics.
So you can see, it has become a norm here. If you want to change it, you have to enter the system and say, this thing must stop. This thing must stop. You can't stay outside and stop it. It's not possible. I've been saying this thing. Nobody wants to listen to me.
All right.
You can't stop it from outside. It's not possible.
So Barrister Darlington, just very recently, Atiku Abubakar has disclaimed yesterday, I'm sure you heard in the news, that he was appealing to the Southwesterners, promising them that Hausa Fulani will not dominate his cabinet, seeking for their support and an assistance and for them to believe on his mandate. And I remember asking the question, that how do you expect the Southwesterners, who are not yet done with their own brother, whose brother still has 4 years? I'm not saying all of them are supporting him, but I mean, if it comes to in terms of preference, you say, okay, they should drop their brother and support you. Now, Atiku is saying that there is no Kola Johnson, that it's the APC that is in causing all this fabrication and lies, that they are trying to do a smear campaign on them, that they don't know anybody of that name, that that's a false personality parading themselves and all that. That news went viral all through yesterday, but he's coming out to debunk it and said it's a thing of concern that they don't know anybody of such a name and that media houses should retract it. So I'm like, are you saying that you didn't know anything about this until it went viral?
Yeah, that's what Esther, look, if more will come, as we go into 2026, more propaganda will come. This thing that Israel and his co-travelers are doing, you think it's a joke, Abi? Esther, they will plant news in the social media that will even surprise you. Very soon now, they will be telling you that somebody have AIDS, that he contracted it with one woman when he traveled abroad. Those things will come up, Esther, and if you are not careful, you believe it. I know that Atiku cannot say such a thing. You understand? That is why he now reverses and says he will not deal with the Yoruba. He will,
that his administration will not be dominated by Hausa Fulani.
Something like
yes, that they will be an intricate part of his.
But
government.
even at that was a wrong response.
Really?
Very, very wrong. It doesn't need to go through that route.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? That yes, haven't seen what the last administration or the one before him did with nepotism. That he want to move away from it. That he's going to be a president of Nigeria without favoring any particular
group. Meaning in addition to this president.
Yes. That is the only thing I think would have been more polite and more.
So somehow when he just said.
So when you say you were not going to include the Yorubas and all that, as if you not selected them away. I say no, that is very wrong because they will know that you are joking. Their brother just finished, and if you thought you are going to win 27, and you are not coming to please them, on what ground? Who told you that the Southwest did not benefit from Tinubu's administration? Who told you? You mean after all the largesse they are enjoying, when you now come, you still want them to continue the enjoyment under your watch? They will know that you are lying to them now. You are not even talking of those who have not been enjoying anything. You say you will include them, you will make them this and that. For what? That is a very wrong promise. You cannot fulfill it. You can't. Because somebody will ask, the Yoruba we are all over the place under the present administration. How come in your own administration you are not putting all of them again in the same position? You understand? So that is not a very good response. There is no wisdom there. No wisdom. And let me advise Atiku. Let me advise you.
Okay.
No matter what you do, when it comes to politics, the Southwest do not listen to anybody that's not from their own. No. Really? They don't. Go and ask Rose Vival. Go and ask him.
It's not every.
I said go and ask him. Just because the mother is from Awori. Look at what they are calling him. Look at the name they gave you.
Those are the APC
guys. Row what? Did their leaders hold on, please?
It's the APC guys. It's not all of them. It's not all of them.
Esther,
sir.
The fact remains that it happened.
Yes, but not all of them.
So what?
The true exposed Yorubas would not talk
what
about
did they do about it? Esther.
They condemned it.
And so what? What happened at the end of the day? They condemned it. Did it stop? Look at the last local government election they did here. Did it stop? Esther, did it stop? They are leaders. Because when small boys are doing things that are untoward, is it not the leader that called them to order? Did you hear any statement from their leader condemning it?
They did, President. It's just possible that the Ronus or the whatever, their voices are more. And if you try to say otherwise, they'll bully you.
Leave that thing. Who are the Ronus? Leave that thing. Their leader, like Afenifere and even the Lagos State government, did they come out and issue a statement condemning it?
Did you say Lagos State government?
Yes.
How will Lagos State government come out to condemn it?
Of course, it's happening in their state now.
Lagos State government will not come out to condemn it.
Why? No, why? It's happening in their state, under their watch.
Hey, but they don't come out to condemn it.
The police,
because it favors them.
Oh, really?
Yes, but I'm just saying that you don't generalize.
Are you serious?
Say it's APC supporters, not all the Yorubas.
It happened here. We are talking on Lagos here. It happened in Lagos here. Let us talk about what is going on in Lagos here. Why is the government not talking about it, condemning these guys, telling them to stop? You understand what you saw the protest that happened here. Under the watch of the Lagos State government and the police, there was a counter protest where people were carrying cutlass and gun. And nobody issued a statement condemning it and all that. What does that tell you, Esther? So after you told me, come and tell me tomorrow is the Ronus supporters.
They are the supporters of the government.
Oh, so that's how to support the government, Abi?
But that's their job. They will apply anything they have to apply.
Esther, these other people that do not use gun and force and violence, they are not supporters, Abi. You can see what you are saying. No, so the only way to support a government or a party is to make others not to vote, is to beat others with the gun and machete, Abi. Esther, is that how to show your loyalty to your party?
No, sir. What I'm trying to clarify to you here is that there were a couple of them who actually said that was wrong. They spoke out. The supporters are applying any form of mechanism to show their support to the president, which includes intimidation, derogatory comments, and all whatnot. But it's not all of them.
Under the watch of their leaders, who mobilized them, Esther? Who told them to do what they are doing? Is that not violence? Esther, is that not violence? How many people were arrested? I said police was supervising this in Esther. Who gave them order to do it? Police was supervising this thing in broad daylight. And you're telling me supporter. So if this other party now bring up such supporters, what will now happen? No, Lagos will not catch fire. Then you start looking for somebody to blame. Meanwhile, you're the one that started it.
Barrister Darlington. Barrister Darlington, we will continue to create awareness that as Nigerians, as we are now as Nigerians, we have to work together. We call out bad governance, regardless of who is involved, regardless of if the person is from your tribe or not. We call it out. We make recommendations for good deeds to be done. That's what we're supposed to do. At this stage of our democracy, we're not supposed to allow such sentiments to hold sway and be center stage. Otherwise, Nigeria will continue to be polarized. So we cannot actually encourage that. Now, I don't know if some of you have seen this book.
Let us run this. You see, others have been very tolerant to what APC is doing in Lagos. Okay. And their supporters. They have been very tolerant, very, very patient, very enduring. Esther, how long do you think this will continue before others will wake up and say, no, it can no longer happen? How long? We are saying it now so that the government of Lagos will want these people, run them in. Every election cycle, they will mobilize them. Others will be doing their own thing peacefully and all that. All of a sudden, some people will now be telling you, if you don't vote for us, you are a dead man. If you don't vote for us, go to your state. What kind of thing is that? Is that not what happens at every election cycle, Esther? No, tell me. Is that not what goes on here? These other people that have been very quiet and peaceful, they are stupid, that they don't know what to do. The government of Lagos should stop this thing, because if this thing can be happening and they keep quiet, that means they are part of it.
But Barrister, let's be objective about it.
Of course, they cannot
know that in some states and in some local governments, if you come and you say you want to vote for APC, they'll push you away. Did you see videos of that happening?
Oh, really?
Yes, it happened.
Okay, fine.
During the previous, during the elections in 2023, if you come and they see that you dare voted for APC, they'll push you away. They'll be like, how dare you vote for APC? So what are we saying is that you cannot just isolate that it happened only in certain areas. Most areas that had a stronghold of their political parties did the same thing, bullied others who came to supposedly show support for another opposition party.
Whether for or against, it must stop. The Lagos State government
on all fronts.
Oh, yeah, it's a whether for or against. Let the Lagos
not just Lagos State government, in every government, every state.
Esther,
you allow people come out and cast their votes.
Let it even start from Lagos State here.
Why must it start from Lagos State? Is it the FCT?
No, hold on. They say here is the center of excellence. Are you not getting it?
Anywhere is the center of excellence.
No, here is what I say.
Anywhere right now can be the center of excellence.
No. You forgot that somebody owns Lagos. Abi?
Nobody owns Lagos.
Oh God Almighty! Esther, you are the one that said it.
President, nobody owns Lagos.
Somebody owns Lagos. So
who?
When those people will come for you, don't complain.
President, one individual does not own Lagos. Lagos is owned by the Awori indigenes. They are the owners of the state.
You are mentioning them now.
No, but it's true now. Nobody owns. No one individual can own Lagos. Why?
Okay, you are talking.
When the indigenes are there.
You are talking, Abi. You are talking now.
No, I'm just telling you, Barrister. You cannot say one person.
You are still talking, Abi. Anyway, that one is for you. But the rest of the people in this Lagos, they know the truth. If you want to try it, go and try it now. See what will happen. That's the truth. So what I'm saying is that let there be that excellence that you profess to be in Lagos State. The center of excellence should be excellent in politics, in human relations, in rule of law.
Why must it specifically be Lagos State?
I am telling you
all
the
the states of the federation should be excellent in politics, should eschew the spirit of excellence.
Oh God, Esther, something must start from somewhere.
It doesn't have to start from here.
Why did they not?
This is not the FCT. This is not the federal capital. Nothing. It's just another state.
Why is Lagos called the center of excellence?
Barrister Darlington, like I said, any state can be a center of excellence.
No, you cannot be.
It can no longer be attributed to one state.
No. You cannot be excellent. As long as Lagos is concerned, you cannot be excellent.
Barrister Darlington,
yes,
Imo State, Anambra State, Kogi State, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom State. Excellence can be applied in all states.
It's a lie.
So we should say that the right thing to be done should be done across board. It mustn't start from Lagos.
You must answer your name. As long as you are center of excellence, everything about you must be excellent so that others can copy. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
I don't know what
others can copy because it's a state of excellence.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that that term can no longer be attributed to Lagos State anymore. There are other states that are states of excellence.
So
that state can start by doing that, and Lagos State then emulates.
You have forgotten that we came for lectures here. And when he passed out, you went to implement it in River State.
When he passed out?
He passed out, yes.
Oh, he graduated?
He graduated, yes. He passed out. He graduated. Oh, yeah, talk. Where did he learn what he... Where did he learn it?
Barrister, you're making me laugh unladylike. I'm snorting on air.
No, tell me I'm lying now. Where did he come from?
Barrister, let's take
that is the excellence we are talking about.
We have advanced to run. You're currently listening to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People.
A very excellent performance.
Anyways, too many issues, but let's take them one after the other. Mr. Darlington has already done justice to this already. Now let me say something to you. But for some people who do not understand, because issues like this, people always jump into conclusions. In Lagos, demolitions going on in Lagos, trade fair, Alaba trade fair. So, what Mr. Darlington or Barrister Darlington is saying, two things. If you do not live in Lagos State, you will not understand what Barrister Darlington is saying. Secondly, if you have never bought a land in Lagos State, still you will not understand. If you have not built a house in Lagos State, you don't live in Lagos, you will not understand. This that I just mentioned now is what Barrister Darlington say. There is difference between what people are telling you and you living in Lagos State, what you are seeing with your two naked eyes, and what you are going through as a result of the land that you bought in Lagos State. Now, let me It is only, okay, some people will say, they bought land from the wrong person, from the wrong family, from wrong person. Why is government always interested in demolishing this house? Is a target, isn't it? Barrister Darlington said, they are government officials. This is not just somebody, this and this and that. Who is selling the land? Who is that person selling those lands? Who is the person collecting those money? Who is the person issuing receipt? Who is the person giving the government receipt or the family receipt? They don't have names. Why did the government go after those people? This is not the first time, not the second time. It happens almost different parts in Lagos State, different areas in Lagos State. This is not the first time, not the second time that these demolitions will happen. At the end of the day, what happens? You are always blaming the buyers, not the seller. You are blaming people who bought the land that they done the wrong thing by buying a land from this person or buying a land from this place that are not supposed to buy land. Who is that person, or who are the seller? Who are the sellers? So they built that house, or they bought the land, they built that, they've been doing business. The government has not seen them. Government has not seen them. Do you understand? So I don't want to go into personal experience, which that's why I just say if you do not live in Lagos State, you don't understand. If you have not bought a land in Lagos, you will not understand. I should be telling you how many lands that have been taken over that I know of, just like that. Now you might say, okay, you didn't go through the right person, this and this and that. Are you telling me that somebody would be so careless because he just want to do business or he just want to buy land? Somebody will want to buy a land or properties worth 200 millions of naira. The person does not do his diligent, it does not do his finding diligently. It does not have the authenticity. It does not go through the process. It does not have the authenticity. It does not have the documents, the certificate of ownership. It does not go through the right family, the owner. No, he does. He have all the document. These people are government officials. There is nothing you want to tell me because I live in Lagos State and I know these people too well, just like Mr. Barrington is explaining to you. Do you understand? Even if you say because of drainages, because of this, we understand, not all of them. But hey, we hear every day that they demolish houses. These houses are government owned land. Government land. You are not supposed to build house. Who are these people? Are they hidden? They've not, all of them never died now. They are still alive. Have you heard one day that they said this person was the one who sold this land to this family or the land in this area? At least if you are buying land, it's like the same family. They are aware. If this area now you are buying land, about 10 persons are buying, have a plot or land properties in this area, about 10 different persons. It's the same, maybe 2 or 3 families. Meanwhile, they know each other. It's just that you come through the other family, this one come through the other agent, this one come through they know themselves. Do you understand? So why is it difficult to go after those people, to question them? Who give you the permission? So next time, don't do this. They will do it in this area, they succeed, then they will move to the other side. They are just doing that. The government is aware of this. What is the one in Lekki now where the flood is taking? They have not demolishing houses. There are some houses of business that you will not demolish because government know the owner too. There are some you will not demolish, and those ones that you cannot demolish, they are the real problem. If you are thinking about the problem, thinking about the drainages, all those things, these are the real problem. Government cannot go after those ones because they know the owner. Anyways, let's leave that one. Go into let's take INEC. You see, that thing said it all. There's nothing. INEC was under. Do you think it was normal that INEC was in his right sense? That he has to declare the winner of election the middle of the night, 4 a.m. 3 a.m. in the night, that have not happened in the history of Nigeria? That you think it was normal? No, something was pushing INEC. There was a reason for that. He has to do it for your safety. Then he did it. Now the problem is about to start, or he started. If they push him forward so that he can confess with his own man, there's nothing he wants to confess that we do not know already. It's just so that it will come from his own mouth. Do you understand? That is the only thing left for him, just to confess. I all do or die, all die and I die. After all, what happened in how many years ago? 1990 happened when IBB, he came the other day to say all die and I die. He explained, isn't it? So it is the same thing. INEC can do the same thing now or later. He will do it. We already understand. At the end, it will not change anything. Yeah, fine. But the game that is playing now, about to play, is still going to cause problem in this country. Watch out.
Sorry.
Okay. Everybody are always talking about Peter Obi to Peter Obi. He's working with coalitions. He's working with RFI and all that. That you say you are a saint. You want to work with this so-called people or this thing. That means that you can't get 100% saint to work with. Do you understand? So you can use these people, work with these people to get into that office to get what you want. From there, because you are a saint, your lifestyle can influence these people to change from their ways. Because they are bad does not mean that there is nothing good can come out of them again. That's the thing. They were once bad yesterday does not mean that they will not change tomorrow. They will not do the right thing if they are working under somebody who is serious. Now, in a church, take church for instance, everybody in church, they are not saints. There are some believers, there are some true Christians of God, there are some who does not even believe, who does not even know why they are in that church. There are some, they are there for different reasons. There are some 419s that they come to the church just to worship, right? There's some 419, but that's why you see sometimes the message touched them. They are 419, they are criminal, they are kidnappers, but the message or the pastor touches these people. They will come forward to repent, accept Jesus Christ, said they will never go back to their normal former life again. They have embraced Christ. Now they decided to go with Jesus, to serve Jesus. It's the same thing with these people. If you are looking for Peter Obi, is a saint, he's good, he's not a criminal, he's not a thief, he has not stolen money before. Do you know what it is to run a government? Do you know what it is to run a government? Do you know what it is to even form a campaign group or to form we're talking about presidential election. So is it possible to get a replicant of Peter Obi? It's not possible. You need to work with people, but for your lifestyle, when you are able to get yourself into that office, you're able to get into that office, you are not in charge. It's just like pastor. When pastor now preach, people listen, they follow, they repent. So now, if Peter Obi is in charge, RFI, then if you think these people are bad, because somebody who is in charge is not bad, they can change. This man's lifestyle can influence them to change. And if you misbehave, this man is not going to give you opportunity again to go back to your former life. There will be consequences for that. Do you understand? So that is just it. Somebody should stop saying this and this and that. So who is that saint that has the capacity that these people have that to at least for support of Peter Obi? Who are they? Anyways, what do you think? Leave your honest opinion. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be your guy. Run out for me now.